is Friday, meaning one thing and one thing only, and that is match day -1, which means a speed session. So today was a crisscross box. Here's a little video of it. So you run up to the penalty box, across the penalty box, up the penalty box, across the penalty box, and you do that 5 times. And then you rest for 2 minutes and you do that 5 times, and then you rest for 2 minutes and do that again. So 3 sets of 5. Good. Very, very G'd up. That was a good speed session. I feel quite quick today, which is quite nice. And we're off to East Grinstead tomorrow, and I will catch you tomorrow for at my pre-match walk. I'm very excited for East Grinstead versus Ashford Town. Hello, welcome to match day. So we're on a pre-match walk now. Roughly takes about half an hour to do. Get the legs going. If you're in a bad mood, and out for the game. It's a bit windy today, so that will play a factor in today's game. The game is not something we call a dead rubber, where there's nothing riding on this. We've got a team chasing promotion and a team chasing relegation, so the dynamic will be interesting. It'll be a good game of football. So for the rest of the day, it is chill. Make sure I'm nice and relaxed. Have some pre-match, and then we're off to pack kit bag and off to the ground. Be there at 1:30. Gives me 90 minutes before kick-off to make sure that everything is set up. Any surprises happen, then we can deal with it on the day. So yes, let's go. An hour till I have to leave the house, and we have mushrooms, halloumi and toast. It's great. I love this one. It keeps me full of energy, and it's not too heavy and stodgy. So I'm going to eat this up now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack my kit bag and then head to the ground. So back from the game, I really enjoyed it actually today. In terms of the game, 3 yellows, all for foul tackles. We're going to get the footage as well, hopefully, so we can have a look at them. 1 penalty decision that I gave, 1 penalty I didn't. But other than that, there wasn't really a lot in the game. It was 2-2, so probably a lot of people said it was a fair result. We walked off, no one was talking about us. So like the perfect day for us, really, in terms of a team. We did really well, worked well as a team. Very happy with how it went. You know, we got to make sure we recover right as well. So if you need some recovery tips, check out our Cryo Bright video, which is really interesting. Link in the description. But for now, I'm going to chill out for the rest of the evening. So we'll catch you in a few days for the debrief. So welcome to the analysis section of this vlog, where I'm going to go through the footage of the game, which is East Grinstead versus Ashford United, as well as I'm going to go through something that I would like your opinions on in terms of this handball incident. We've got a still shot and the video as well. So I want to talk about, you know, why we shouldn't always go on a still shot. And, you know, you see a lot on Twitter about how did the referee not make this decision from a still shot. I'm going to go through that. We've got another user clip that's been sent in as well. And I haven't seen this one, so I'm very much looking forward to going through it the first time with you guys. But yeah, let's dive straight in. Looking at my stats, finally, we broke 10 kilometers. It has been a long time coming for me, and it feels like I've had to work really hard for it, but we finally did it. 5K in the first half, 4.97 in the second half, which obviously 5.05 makes the 10. Looking at my heat map, as you can see, I was everywhere on this pitch. Really got around the pitch. Felt good when I was moving around, felt fit, felt comfortable. So, you know, if we look at the first half, it was a very even game as well. So it allowed me to sort of move around the pitch really nicely. Like you can see in the penalty spot for which will be corners, goal kicks, you know, the usual stuff, free kicks. But getting nice and wide into these areas as well, especially around here, which is the other side of my assistant, which is really nice. Similarly in the second half, just a bit of everywhere really. The red splotches in and around these areas will basically be where I'm standing from corners and free kicks. And the big splotches in the middle, probably here and here, where I'm standing for goal kicks. So just be aware of that when you're looking at your heat maps. Some of the big red splotches in weird areas will probably be where you're standing from dead ball situations. Sprint map. Now, there are no highs, but we have plenty of mediums here, which look really nice. If we look at the first half, all going in the right areas, and the second half, nice areas as well. You know, overall, very happy with the game in terms of statistics-wise. Finally, you know, starting to get this get left principle. Moving on to the stuff that you want to see, which is the game itself. Game itself went well, 3 yellows. So we're going to look at the first one because I think this is a good clip for good practice for sprints. So if we just watch it through once, you can see the ball gets put to the keeper. And what's important here is looking at me, I'm backtracking, I'm looking where the ball could go, I'm being prepared for a long ball over the top. And then it's a big sprint. And for me, that's an easy yellow card. So if we take that back a little bit, we'll be able to see, you know, break it down a little bit more. So from here, the keeper's got the ball in his hands. You can see I'm already starting to run. Now that's phase one, being aware of what the keeper's going to do. You can see the players all jogging towards the halfway line, meaning that the ball is probably going to go long. So when you're looking for those sort of triggers in play, make sure that is one. The second one is as you can see, I'm not looking at the ball. I know the ball's in the air. And as I've said before, the ball doesn't make an offence. Yeah, the ball can't commit a foul. So my logic is looking at these players. My first reaction is this player here, and I can see he's already beaten his man. So as you can see, I'm looking directly at him, not really seeing the 4 and the 11. But as you can see, I look across and I can see the ball is dropping towards the 4. So I keep sprinting, slow down a little bit because I don't want to be too close. And then here is the decision. You know, he's clipped him on the way through. There's no real intention to play the ball, and he's obviously going towards goal. You can see what I do as well is I've blown the whistle and I keep running. My assistant is flagged as well, which is really handy. You know, really sells the decision to everyone. Now, you can see there's a lot of calls already from the other team for a caution, or they wanted a red card for denying over the scoring opportunity. Doesn't tick all the boxes, so not for me. So as you can see, I've reached straight into my pocket, so players know straight away. I've got the card out. You know, it's a quick yellow, diffuses the situation. Now, this is called a flash yellow, and I wouldn't recommend it all the time, but in certain situations I would. You know, when players need the situation to be diffused, but a lot of the time we want to isolate and then caution. But this flash card worked really nicely for me because it was the first one of the game. We're about 15 minutes in, and it just needed a little bit of management from me. Show the yellow card, let him get into position, and then let's set up for the free kick. So the key learnings are the ball doesn't make a tackle or an offence in the air. Look at where the drop zone is. You know, make sure that when you're running into the decision, it allows you to, you know, look like you're closer to play, as well as it shows your urgency to give the decision, and you know, and the players that know you're on top of things. Now, we're going to go to this decision here, which is a penalty. So the ball bounces around a lot into the penalty area, hits somebody on the way through, and there it is. I'm quick to give the decision. I've told him it's a handball. Once again, I'm doing this thing where I'm throwing my arms up, I'm flicking my heels up like we did at Walton and Hersham. Don't do it. I don't know why I do it. It's a bad habit. Don't do it. Point to the spot and get on with it. Problem one, I've walked straight into the players. Not ideal. Because if the players are feeling aggrieved, then I'm walking basically into a lava pit or a real problem. So that is something that I'm trying to work on. You know, we spoke about it last week. So practice what you preach, basically. I'm not doing that very well. There was this photo here, I'll put it up on the screen now, of the incident. Now for me, this doesn't show a lot. It shows that the player's arm is raised. And it looks like whether it hits his chest first or his elbow first, you don't know. But I think he's making his body bigger. The ball is heading, for me, towards the far corner, so he's not protecting his face. He's actually pushing his arm out. So, you know, this still shot doesn't show everything and never will. So that's why when I look at this footage to, you know, get closure on the decision, I look at a few things. You know, player reaction is, in my opinion, one of the biggest indicators. So here is a great still shot, and I'll put the photo up at the side of basically the decision I'm making. I would like to be personally a little bit further outside of the box because it is a little bit too congested in there. But I think I'm in a really good position to give the penalty. Here you can see the ball is going towards this corner, and you can see his arm is raised here. The footage cannot not tell us what he's hit first, but if we roll the clip on it, this is where it's really important, yeah? Watch this player here. So we've paused it. We've got calls for a penalty. I've given the penalty, yeah? Watch him. He is angry at who? Not me. Now, in my opinion, that shows that if the player thought I'd categorically got that wrong, he'd come towards me and show me, that he thinks I'm wrong, and he hasn't in this opinion. It feels like, and he has accepted the decision, and we're walking in for a penalty. Like I said, I've walked in. Expectation is it's a penalty as well. There isn't a lot of, that's wrong, ref. It's just a lot of acceptance. So therefore, on the day, and reviewing it, I feel like I've made the right decision. Like, I asked you guys what your thoughts are, whether you'd given a penalty. I didn't sanction for it. I didn't feel like it was necessary. I thought the penalty was enough. So I think just the penalty was enough. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me in the comments know what you think, whether that's a penalty or a yellow card. A yellow card as well. But it's never, in my opinion, a red card. But obviously this is in the 45th minute as well. So it's just the last thing before everyone sees before half-time. So everyone goes into half-time very tense. But, it didn't affect the game too much. They drew 2-2, a last-minute equaliser. It was a really good game of football. And, everyone was accepting of the decision afterwards and really good with, I was happy to explain and they were happy to listen as well. So, really happy with how it went and, very understanding players and clubs as well. So that makes things a little bit easier when they want to listen to you. So shout out to those clubs that sorted me out. So moving on to our user clip of the week. Thank you for sending this in as well. And anybody that wants to send in a clip, you'll win a year's free REFSIX Pro. So send them into my email. That's John, Jon, @refsix.com. I love looking at them. In the email that this got sent in, there was a lot about, it's split the room. So I've not seen this clip before, so we're going to run it through once. It's in the 83rd minute, so it's a big decision. We're going to run it through and, see what happens. So it's a penalty decision we're looking out for. Oh, nice little nutmeg there. Interested, no penalty. So, first things first, you were very big and bold with the no penalty decision, which is great. Players accepted it straight away, which is, good. The confidence is there. Everyone seems to get on with it. So like I was saying, player reaction, we look at that straight away, is no penalty. So let's look at the actual decision itself. So we'll start bits and pieces. Here we go. So from here, I would suggest coming out a little bit more here. Just for the simple reason that your assistant is over there, keep the ball between you and assistant at all time. And if you're in the middle, there's a lot of the time that a lot of players are going to be there. So we need to think always exit left. And then with that exit left, it means that, we've got more space to see everything and to get out of the way, basically. So that's, just a little thing. The next one is, I think this is tough. This comes back to that principle of if we get around a little bit more, we've got a better angle. So I think here it shows that there's been contact made with the player and not the ball. But you've actually got quite a good angle of what to see. There might be these two players in the way. I haven't got your angle, so wouldn't know. But in my opinion, I would probably give a penalty. And that's all. It's just a bit of a clumsy tackle. But we see it from one angle, you see it from another. So I think it will split the room. Some will say penalty, some will say not. But I probably would give it a penalty because my logic is if a foul like that happened or something like that happened in the middle of the park, we'd probably give it. And it shouldn't be any different in the penalty box, really. But I think there are lots of positives to take in terms of, you've got a good angle on it. So you're able to see what you've given. And if you're able to explain the decision afterwards as well. If there is like I said, we can't see exactly if there's a touch of the ball first. And if there is, then obviously it's no penalty. But from the angle that we've got, it doesn't look like they've played the ball too much. But the second thing is, what you've done really well is you've been confident with the no penalty early so that when the players come to look at you, you're on top of it and you're confident enough with your decision. There are lots of positives to that. I don't think the outcome of the decision is really that important. I think what we have to look at is, the process. So if we talk about getting left a little bit more, from open play to give us a different angle and a different proximity, then those are the things that we should be working on. Outcome isn't really too important. It's about changing the process a little bit. So hopefully that's helped. And congratulations for winning a year's free REFSIX Pro. But that is all we've got time for in this vlog. So thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next REFSIX weekly vlog.